Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. Last time, we trekked our way all the way from the mountain camp all the way up here to Moonview Arena and passed through the Celestica Ruins, where we found some strange statues of Pokemon, which appear to be Dialga, Palkia, and a third mysterious Pokemon, but it's been destroyed. I kind of elaborated more on the lore behind that because I know what they are, and you should know what these Pokemon are if you have played Pokemon before. But this time we're going to be fighting Lord Electrode, but I want to see if there's actual dialogue for checking these two statues. Statue of Pokemon with an air of the divine. Ancient people must have worshipped it. It's a statue of Pokemon with an air of the divine. The ancient people must have worshipped it. So they both have the same description, but they are very distinctly different statues. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to get one of those Rotom. Just making it very difficult for me. Anyways, as we head back to the camp here. Or as we head back to Moonview Arena here. So even knowing you're doomed to fail, you still wish to pit yourself against Electrode. Sorry, I checked a message that kind of embarrassed me reading it. So even knowing you're doomed, you still wish to pit yourself against Electrode? I'm ready to battle. Heh. You have a great more pluck than you have sense. I'll give you that. A word of advice, don't stop moving while you're battling Electrode, or you'll be dead in no time. Jeez. Those are a ton of little Voltorbs. There he is. Lord of the Hollow, Electrode. Oh god. So I guess Electrode's doing this with the ball. Jesus Christ, there's so much shit happening. Alright, let's send in Magmar to do the battle with it. Alright, use Fire Blast. God. It's using Electro Ball against me and I can't. Why is that one green? Electricity is not fucking green. Or is that supposed to be Energy Ball? We're having to do a lot more battle with Pokemon in this one. Don't Thunder Wave me. Oh god, we got hit with thunder. Oh shit! Oh shit! Now I know what Lieutenant Surge went through. We like lure these back into him or something. I think this guy might only know electric type moves, so I think Rhonda might have been a better pick. Nope, he does in fact know Energy Ball. Alright, well if we're gonna play it like that... we'll just have to go for... this. Alright, there we go. This is the sphere. Take salt. My eyes would be watering during this fight if I was throwing exploding bags of salt. We got the Zap Plate. A stone tablet imbued with the essence of electricity. When used on a certain Pokemon, it allows that Pokemon to gain the power of the electric type. Oh, for shame, what utter calamity. I told you I could do it, ass wipe. I agreed to make those accursed bombs, yes, but now Almighty Sinnoh's precious blessing has vanished forever. It's so unbearably sad. Is that how you see it? Electrode looks relieved to me. Glad its sufferings ended, probably. Come on, Adamant. Seriously, that's just your wishful thinking, nothing more. All your preaching stuff doesn't ruffle me one bit, but if Almighty Sinnoh grows angry with me because of this, I don't know what I'll do. Oh, hi, Ingo. I arrive right on schedule. Now, what did you... Oh, they're coming back for? Only say that I recalled some things after Kari did me the honor of traveling with me. Things to do with the world where I believe I lived before my memories were lost. Most people there caught Pokemon, lived with them, formed supportive partnerships with them. And then there were the Pokemon trainers. The ones we called Pokemon trainers were truly devoted to their craft. They always looked toward the next challenge and had Pokemon battles every chance they got, all to help themselves and their Pokemon grow. Through battle, trainers forged bonds of understanding with their Pokemon, and with their opponents and their Pokemon too. With everything, I suppose. If Pokemon and people work together, we can forge new paths forward. We'll be lost to history if we go on believing only Pokemon can be strong, or if we go on fearing them instead of understanding them. Interesting. Was your world like Ingo described too, Akari? Sure was. I'd never have thought such a world could exist. Oh, once again, the brilliant Warden Melly has realized something rather clever. It's not just my Pokemon that need to be strong, it's me as well. The greater my valor and might, the more my Pokemon can reach their potential. I wonder if Almighty Sinnoh will be pleased once I've achieved exactly that. Hey, Adamant, share with me again the wisdom of the Almighty Sinnoh passed down among our clan. Alright, open your ears, shut that big mouth, and listen well, my friend. Give not into sorrow, give not into anger. Offer only friendship to those around you. Give not into sorrow, give not into anger. Bring not Almighty Sinnoh to sorrow. For that is when time's flow will cease. And there you have it. Bravo, exactly. Please, all of you, do your best and run toward the destination, an even higher state. Of course, your higher state is clear, Akari. It surely lies with the next lord. This time I really will make the complete return trip to Jubilife Village. Perhaps with someone like Akari to show that Pokemon need not be feared, the people of Hisui will find new tracks forward. Now, begging your pardon, I owe Commander Kamado my report. Until next time, Akari. Can we find a way to honor our past while also forging a better future? Maybe that's what Almighty Sinnoh really wants from us. After all, it rules over all time, and it created everything there is. Be ready to shield your eyes, Galaxy Grunt. I'm going to polish up both myself and Electrode until our strength and brilliance are blinding. I got a couple of... Anyways, now we can report back to Commander Kamado. Which I really don't see a reason not to. That fight was actually rather challenging. Like... Bro, the salt bombs are still here. Salt bombs, they're not bombs. Even though they explode like bombs. I don't know, when they said crunchy salt, it made me really like, there's these, so like there's a chip brand called Pringles. If you haven't heard of Pringles, I don't know what kind of human being you are. Probably just someone who doesn't live in the US or something. But Pringles are like a notoriously kind of posh potato chip compared to the regular shit. They come in a can instead of a bag, and they're more expensive. But I get them from a dollar store, which is like a cheaper convenience store, and they have these salt and vinegar ones I really like. And like nothing beats destroying my body with that and a with that and like a soda. By the way, I do want to state that don't think that you're done with your first, or with an area on your first trip. There's a lot of stuff in areas we will need to go back to that I'm fully aware of, just because that area has a certain landmark I'm familiar with from the mainline Pokemon games. And I just know, like, I can pretty much tell you that you're gonna have to go back there. There's a Sneasel down there. What is this thing? Dark poison? It won't hurt to obtain a few more Pokemon. Oh god, it knows Sword Stance. I learned something interesting about the Pokemon move Belly Drum. Belly Drum in the mainline games has this pretty unique effect where it reduces Pokemon's HP, but it maximizes their attack. And it uses that word, maximizes. I always previously thought it just raised it by 6 stages, because it sets it to +6. Well, that's what it does. It doesn't raise your Pokemon's attack, it sets it. So that means that that actually means that it skips the whole upgrading thing. We got 25 unreported attacks. Tasks, not taxes. All right. There's a Scyther over there. There's a Scyther right there. Anyway, we gotta get back. I can't really be catching too many more Pokemon because we're pretty low. There's a Magnezone flying around up there at a lower frame rate. I didn't know they could just fly around. Even though they do that in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet too. They'll just like be flying around up in the sky. That's the opposite. Dumbass Gligar. Go ahead and rest up, even though the cutscene will probably do that. Go ahead and access our item storage here. Organize the satchel. Let's do some crafting. I'll need some more tumblestones. You caught 14 Pokemon. Care to report your findings? Sure. Seems like you have some new observations. Zubat. When did I? Oh yeah, because Melly has his Zubat. Roselia is complete. Magmar is now complete. I don't know if it was complete. Caught a good bite. Alright, we didn't really get much. Oh, you quelled Lord Electrode. Splendid job as always, my girl. Let's be off to the village then. Time to report to Commander Komodo. I forgot I didn't turn on the voice. I saw this funny clip of Dan TDM who is British and he tries to do a British accent to voice the character. before he realizes, he's like, I just realized that I am British, so why am I trying to do a British accent? Oh yeah, we needed crunchy salt, actually. I'm gonna go speak to Tao Hua. While we're there. I did have salt, right? Eugene has not evolved yet. Oh, is it? If it isn't the Survey Corps who called the Lord of the Isles, has Choi sent you to do the negotiating for him again? Feeling a little perplexed, wondering why this old man gets so stubborn over selling the shopkeeper a few things. Well, maybe I'll tell you if you bring me 3 hunks of salt first. Brought what I asked for already. No less than I expected of you. Wish I could persuade you to join my corps. Now then, would you let me have the 3 chunks of that salt? Yep. Ah, crunchy salt, the Coronet Highlands' finest feature. If you see it in the wild, don't pass over it as if it were just another rock. It's this translucent mineral's great for making a potent Pokémon lure. You've got to break it up with a hammer and then get the chunks in a mortar and crunch them up. Crunch them right up, grind them into a powder. Mix that powder with another ingredient and pack the mix together and you'll get a crunchy cake that Pokemon love to munch on. Well, I can't send you back to Troy a failure since you so kindly brought me this crunchy salt. I'll tell him I'll set him up with new wares. I forgot, you want to know what happened between me and Troy? Well, that whelp made off with my dearest treasure. I'll never let him live it down. Ooh, we got the tea? Clefairy's Moonland Dance. Astaire from Supply or says he'd like us to look into something about the habits of the Clefairy. Find out more about the particulars from him. Watering with care. There's a pseudo-wudo at the Bogbound camp that seems to be feeling rather poorly. Odo, one of the chaps from the village, is doing his best to treat it, but he could use a bit of help. Don't tell me he's covering it with water. It's not a tree. It's not a tree. You're researching in the noble Pokemon too. My being in the Survey Corps must be tough. My being in the Survey Corps must be tough. I read that wrong. Alright, I'll pay 7,000 so we can get an extra satchel. Anyway, we'll go do that thing with... We'll go do that thing with Choi really quick. And that's one way to put it. The story's not so simple. Please believe me, for now, it's nothing you ought to worry about. Given what a fine customer you are, I imagine I'll end up giving you the full story at some point. In any case, we've got excellent new items. So now we can actually buy lead-in balls and wing balls, as opposed to crafting them ourselves. We can also now buy the bean cake. Which is nice. And we can buy max potions, which, as you can see, are over twice the price of hyper potions, but they will restore Pokemon's HP to the maximum. I typically don't fuck with max potions in Pokemon games, even if they're buyable. So... And in this game, I really don't fuck with buying things outside of Pokeballs for the most part. I should also craft some, I only have 2 green shards, that's why. Anyway, here we can buy some of this. And we can craft as many Ultra Balls as we want. We should go check in with the gardening core. Oh, geez. Still taking us some time. This one we can actually do because we just need a bean cake, and we can now buy a bean cake, so we're gonna do that real quick. You get the idea. Fun fact, actually, since I've been playing this game, my theme in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for my Pokemon Club room. Oh, is this another one from outside the thing? I need to find Wanda still. I guess we'll go talk with Astaire at least. Since we have to go back in here. Hello? My right Joy-Con has just suddenly started acting funny. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull my Switch from the... Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, my Joy-Cons just started bugging out. Back where I came from, Clefairy would come out and dance on nights with full moons. I've heard there are Clefairy and Hisui, and so I was wondering if they dance here too. I've heard you can find Clefairy at the Fabled Spring. Can you go find out if Clefairy danced there in the Hisui region? I'm gonna actually have to go to that area. Please just let me catch the Pokemon. Please. I was wondering why my controller still felt weird. It's because I didn't attach them back on the grip. So Warden Melly believes that the frenzies of these Pokemon are some sort of trial set by Almighty Sinnoh. We cannot know if that is the case or not, but this does beg to question, why ever would this Almighty Sinnoh drive the nobles to frenzy? Is it angered by something, or does it seek to drive a wedge between people and Pokemon? Well, far be it from us humans to fathom the thoughts of Pokemon. And what is that space-time rift anyway? What caused it to open? But you must be tired. Go on then, to the Wallflower. Get some rest while you can. I've instructed Benny to prepare you his finest potato mochi. Why are you acting weird? He's acting weird. Dinner's on Komodo tonight. Eat your fill. What an enticing aroma. My appetite just went through the roof. This is generous for the boss. Well, I've heard talk that our progress surveying Pokemon has made it gathering ingredients a less onerous, or at least less dangerous task. But we can talk about how you've gone from being some nobody from nowhere to basically the hero of Hisui. Indeed, taking on such perilous duties has earned you a great deal of trust, Akari. It is like I always say, behavior is a mirror that reflects one's true nature. You let your actions do the speaking for you, Akari, and the message is clear as day. It doesn't matter one whit where you came from. You're part of the Survey Corps and Jubilife Village now. I know an event that's coming up, but I feel like it's about to happen right now. Isn't it nice getting up early? Is it? It's not as if getting up early changes what you can do with the day. Yes, it does. It opens up possibilities such as responding to Commander Kamado's invitation today in a timely manner. Well, I got that same invitation and I had to wake up even earlier than you to run all the way here for it. Come on, no need to grouse so much over a nice little early wake up. Are you coming too? I'm sure we can all guess what the commander wants with us. Yes, do come. Galaxy Hall is quite close anyway. I think I read one of her textbooks in my voice for Adamin. You've now quelled the frenzy of 4 nobles. It wasn't easy. When word of these frenzies arrived from all over Hisui, I feared what would become of us. But here we are already preparing to quell the final noble. Yeah, who would have dreamed some stranger who tumbled out of the sky would be our salvation? Life never does stop surprising you. The only lord left to be quelled is Avalug, which lives in the Alabaster Icelands. He is also the largest of the nobles, according to what Irida told me. Your mission is to quell Avalug, the final lord. Perhaps in doing so, we may trigger some change in the space-time rift as well. Avalug may be the Pearl Clan's noble, but my clan and Galaxy team will have to step up to resolve this too, for the sake of a brighter future. Then let us all meet in the cold reaches of the Alabaster Icelands until then. No matter how many of these frenzied Pokemon you may quell, the fact remains that you are a stranger to our world. No small number of people still regard you with suspicion and distrust. The most you can hope for is to gain the trust of as many people as possible, and to do that, you must prove yourself through your actions. Yeah. It's a Wurmple. Abra, teleport this Wurmple outside at once. He's afraid of Wurmple. So you're to survey the Alabaster Icelands next. This is the most treacherous climb you'll face in all of Hisui. Would not be an exaggeration to say that you might be the only one among the Survey Corps I can task with surveying the Alabaster Icelands. You know your orders, see your mission through. Let's see, we're only at 44 minutes. See what time is it? It's 7:18. Joy has another request though, so why not check that out? Never, never, you whelp. Oh, great. Oh, dear customer, I'm sorry you had to hear that. I asked Tao Hua to supply me with some new goods, but he simply won't do business with me. I truly hate to keep imposing like this, but would you try to make him see... reason, you do well to bring him a token of goodwill. Perhaps some sand radishes ought to do. You know, I thought the word alabaster, like, that was been stuck in my head for a while as we've been playing. What are you doing here, bud? It's been stuck in my head for a while since playing this, so I was like, huh. And the closest thing I could think of is there's a place in One Piece called Alabasta. So, that was the closest thing I could think of. I must tell you, Ari, journeying with you has given me new ambition. I wish to make the joys of battling Pokémon more widely known in this world. I can call someone for you to do battle, if you would like. Who can I conduct here for you? So we can now battle a few different people. I guess that's cool. I'll show that next time, though. So we've actually unlocked the ability to do repeatable trainer battles. Is this done yet, or does this not progress while I'm here in Jubilife? It does not progress while I'm in Jubilife. I'm telling you, Burmy is the Pokemon with a cloak made of leaves. No, Burmy cloaks are made of minerals like sand and rock. I'm quite sure of it. If it ain't covered in trash, it ain't a Burmy. This conversation is getting us nowhere. Are you both sure you've actually seen a Burmy before? It wasn't some other Pokemon. We might ask you the same thing. I've seen Burmy here in Hisui, and I've seen them back in my own region too. And guess what? They're all covered in trash. Oh my, you must have gotten confused somehow, my dear. Please, both of you, we're just repeating the same arguments over and over at this point. Hey, you're from the Survey Corps, aren't you? We could figure out which one of us is right. Hey, pretty quick if someone brought us an actual Burmy. Catch one and come show it to us, would you? Which is the real Burmy. Leaf, Duna, and Tarush. Okay, these are NPCs pretty much tailor designed for this. Is there any other quests around here? Alright, well, I guess I'll end the video here and I'll do one more recording before I head to bed tonight. Considering I did a good for once, and I actually edited a few videos in advance, so, ha. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. You should also subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check the links in the description. There's links to my social media pages on Blue Sky and X, formerly known as Twitter. These are my only two official social media pages. So, you know, keep that in mind. Additionally, there's a link to my Twitch page where I live stream, and a link to my Ko-Fi page where for $3 a month you can become a monthly supporter and get access to content early or other exclusive content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.